quite a comeback there, Jurgen.
The difference between talking to you after a game you lost and a game after you won is you cannot imagine how big that is. So tonight is one of these nights where it's difficult to stop talking about it. To be honest, it's just wants to come out of me. I'm so happy with the performance. I'm so happy with so many things we saw tonight. Before the game, nobody knew how the boys will take on this challenge, and because it is a challenge. Then we start the game in a good way. I liked it. Then I think we missed first the chance of Jurgen, if I'm right, and they score then. Had before a moment already where we twice were a bit struggling with their left side. Concede the goal, and then you could see immediately we were in a rush. So from that moment on, not in build-up, in these kind of things, we still found the right spaces, but in the final third, we were in a rush. There were so many finishes, and they all didn't look great. It was not like close, and the goalie had to make a perfect save. I told the boys enough time, if he wants to keep the ball off the net, he has to fly to the far corner and get there with the fingertips and not just pick them up. And for that, we had to ignore the fact that we are 1-0 down, to ignore the fact that we missed chances, and to use the things which were good in the first half already, and improve the counter press. For that we had to play in the right spaces, because counter press makes only sense if you win the balls then back in the good areas. And that's what the boys did. In the second half was a thunderstorm. Wow. In the first half, it was like that. I know you tend to make headlines. It's with these things, we all had to get used to the crowd as well. First half, it was like the boys knew that the last pass was not great. If you hear it, then on top of that doesn't help. It's not like it's just like, oh, that didn't help. So we had to make sure that we all start new. And second half, not that I needed the proof, but what this place, together with a bunch of fantastic footballers, is able to create is so special. Oh my God. The second half we were undeniable, and I love that. Against a strong opponent, I said it before the game, I said after the game, the job Rob is doing is absolutely outstanding. And tonight everything was prepared. After being 1-0 down, we have to play, we don't finish, missing strikers, and they scored a 2-0 from a counter-attack or a set piece. That was all prepared. And the boys made sure that didn't happen with an exceptional performance.
Is there anything in particular you said or changed at half time that you think sparked that second half?
Tactically, no. No, wasn't necessary. I asked the boys to delete it. The few things who brought us in a rush, delete it. That's how it is. That's our new. If we win the second half 1-0, we get a point. If we win 2-0, we win the game. So there's a massive chance. So, we all saw that this season already, that we can turn things around in the first half, maybe, where the game looks then slightly different. I asked the boys, did you like the game? Because your faces don't look like. If I would have asked the crowd, they would have said, nah, don't like it. Just only the coaches liked it, because it was a good basis for the things we need in the second half. And so no, we didn't change that. We just asked the boys to be calmer in these moments, that we can finish off the situations up to our standards, our technical standards, and that's what I saw. And then the boys were all of a sudden they were really awake. I think Cody's goal, exceptional, quick thinking, bomb, a grenade into the box, and he puts his head there. Just wonderful. Everything, Virgil. All the goals were fantastic, obviously. I like them all. So really, really good game. Really special game. Sorry.
You've seen a lot of games here over the night. I mean, with this given circumstances, it's one of the most satisfying. Half-time, did you watch something? How was that anxious involved in the players?
I will mention this game from now on quite a few times, to be honest. So we got this today. I promised my team a few months ago, probably I will never mention or use the Barcelona game again as an example, and I used it today again, so I broke my promise. So just because this game was in some, before the game it was kind of similar, many players missing, stuff like this. And if the team that played tonight against Barcelona would have stuck to the knowledge who was missing, and we went through the goals, and I can tell all the goals. So it was a very average pass from Joel Matip up front. Jordi Alba wants to put the ball back to his defender, and Sadio smells the situation. Jordan Henderson, who was our super leader, so many good things in his foot, but he's not famous for dribbling in the box. So, and did that left foot shot, Divock Origi scored a goal. Even Tony would have scored with. So then the next goal is a goal. Trent loses the ball, heads in their feet, but wins it back with counter press, puts the ball in the box, and Gini Wijnaldum arrives there. Only 2 players in the box, so it was just the conviction, go for it. Next goal, the right winger is on the left side, gets the ball from the midfielder who plays now left back, and he's crossed the ball in and heads the ball in. And the third goal is a genius moment and a quick set piece. We didn't have, I don't think we had much more chances that night of shots on target, something like that wasn't it? So this team that time ignored the fact who was missing, and I want us to ignore the fact who is missing. That's difficult because the public got the knowledge of the whole amount of players missing only tonight. And it's like, I needed a few minutes to process it when I got all the news. But from the moment on, when you know how you can deal with it, how you can sort it for this game now, it feels really good. So, and that's what I wanted the boys to show. And this is an example tonight. This is now there. Barcelona was against Luton. A difficult situation, plenty of reasons to give up in moments. Yeah, not tonight. And I saw only a super group fighting. If you don't limit yourself with bad thoughts, you can fly. And that's what the boys did.
Paul, and last one here. Paul?
No horse already?
Paul?
Sorry.
A minute.
I was just going to ask how, is there any updates on any?
No. I don't even know if these boys can play again, to be honest. The situation is not great, absolutely not. We don't have to make that now nicer than this. I'm so happy that all the kids came on and played, and Dancy said 50 times, thank you, Bob, thank you, Bob. I'm so happy that I could give him that opportunity. It's just nice, the boys deserve it. But obviously, there are now a lot of, and for us, obviously super important games coming up, and we don't know. So we go day by day. I cannot say anything about it, and I don't know. But after Brentford, I had no clue that the situation will be like it was then, or it was now. So let's see. There's one phrase which stands: as long as we have 11, we will go for it. That's all I can promise.
Last one.
Jurgen, that was Javier's 100th appearance for Liverpool. He was 20 years of age. A really mature performance tonight. What was, what you thought of it?
No, top performance. And Harvey's a top player. That's why he has 100 games for Liverpool FC, in not the worst period of the club's history, let me say like this, where you cannot afford players who play the position. So that's a proper sign. But tonight he had not a great first half. So there was a pass with Lucho. When I saw he wants to play the pass instead of maybe he can go and 1-1 situation as well. There was here a finish, a bit late, stuff like this block. The reaction in the second half is the main difference. That's the thing. That made this performance the performance, and I'm so happy for him. I don't lose patience in this moment. I know that this is a challenge for young boys. When everybody's great, when everything is great, well, they are super talents. When things don't go well, then you have to show up, and that's what he's learning more and more. And with 100 games under his belt, we all know he will definitely play another 100, 200, 300, if you ask him, 500 for this club.